Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back doing another Theros Flashback Phantom Swiss Draft League. Alright, well, Hero's Downfall is the rare, pretty strong card. Probably just going to take that. There's also a Lightning Strike in here, just probably a close second. Ah yes, when Lightning Strike was common. And I guess this will be my last Theros draft since the format will be leaving tomorrow at noon, and I will not have time to record another one, so here is the last one this time around. Alright, let's take the Hero's Downfall. We'll get the kill spell. Follow-up pick. It's actually kind of an all-around unexciting pack. Strongest card. Probably Nylea's Disciple. Good in this format because of life gain. Just a 4-mana 3/3 that gains 2 is fine. Read the Bones is a little bit dangerous. This format is I like this card. This format's a little too aggressive, so I don't love it. Probably taking the Nylea's Disciple. Could just take the Temple of Silence. It's a free card if I end up in black. I have some motivation to do so, but whatever. I think we'll just take the Disciple, though. Get some life gain. Alright. This is sweet with Gary, with Grey Merchant. Definitely. But we don't have that yet, so why don't we see what else we have? This is a very unexciting pack. Probably just taking it, actually. You have to sack a creature as an additional cost, which is not always easy, but you get both back. But you have to wait a turn. Whatever. We're going to take it. But it's at the beginning. But it's also an instant. This card's fine. This card's kind of sweet, actually. We're going to take it. Okay. What do we have now? We can take the Unicorn. Goliath's a fatty. Fatties are not hard to come by in this format. We also have a Savage Surge and Hunt the Hunter, which is a card they just wouldn't print nowadays. Color-specific stuff, I feel like they've started to stray away from. There's also an Omen Speaker, which is a good card. I'm going to take the Unicorn. I like the Unicorn. It's clunky, but I like to play expensive, bestow, and fatties, so I think it's good. Could take the Temple of Mystery, but we'll probably just take another Nylea's Disciple. It's also an Artisan Sorrow, which is definitely a main deckable removal, but Disciple tends to get better in multiples as well, so we'll take it. Okay, could take the Sip. Eidolon's pretty good. I mean, I guess we'll probably take the removal. Hope to find some cheaper ramp. I like Eidolon quite a bit, though. It's nice. Maybe just getting the cheap Death Touch is a good idea. Sip is pretty expensive. Alright, I convinced myself. Lash is good removal. Feel fine taking that. Otherwise, there is Savage Surge and some good red buff spells. Scholar is pretty sweet, actually. I guess this helps with devotion. I'm going to take the Scholar. Fun card. If you can make it work on the splash. Time to feed. Just in time. Yeah, we'll take it. Good card to get. More life gain. You want some good bodies for it, but 3/3s will work for now. 1/1 Death Touch in a pinch is fine with it. Gain some life. And if we get the fatties that I'm hoping that we get, this card gets way better. Alright, we're actually going to take the Amulet here. Unknown Shores is free, but Amulet is actually better for splashing purposes. I actually think Loathsome Cato Bleep is fine. Shredding Wind's probably a pretty good sideboard card, though. What are the odds of this making the deck? I feel as though it's slightly better because we're probably black-green. I'm going to take it. If we don't end up playing it, so be it. Interestingly, I think this card's pretty sweet with time defeat, actually. I'll fight your X3, kill it. This dies, kill another X3. I guess you end up only 2 for 2ing there, but still, it's probably fine. I mean, this card has actually got like built-in 2 for 1 potential. We'll take the Goliath. It's got some devotion. Hunt the Hunter's a sideboard card. I mean, it's nice to have a good sideboard, but you definitely want to make sure you got a good main board too. Last pick, 8-drop, Boulder Fall. Alright, well, Colossus is a fatty, that's for sure. A little bit more expensive than I was hoping. We have Acolyte, which does actually kind of make sense in this deck. We can get that devotion up. Leaf Crown Dryad, which is just a good card. But I think we'll go for the more interesting Acolyte. Good blocker. With the Disciples, we could do some nastiness. Oh, Fleecemane Lion, yeah. This card is pretty crazy if you can monstrous it. Otherwise, another Baleful Eidolon, which seems a little bit more in line with what we're doing. I mean, this is certainly good on the splash. Certainly fine on the splash, I should say. Because that's tough to deal with. But I think we're just going to take the Eidolon, continue on our merry way here. I love the versatility of Bestow. Let's see here. So now, a boon, a presence for splashing, or a staunch-hearted warrior. What can we target staunch-hearted warrior with? We have 2 Baleful Eidolons. Time to Feed actually works pretty well with it. I like that actually. Otherwise, it's a fairly mediocre card, but I think if you have enough ways to target it, I like it. I like it. See if it happens. Ordeal is quite good. Feral Invocation's good too. Commetric plus permanent buff. I'd rather have an Ordeal though. A little bit cheaper. Okay, we can take the Sip now, but I think we actually want the Satyr. Cannot overlook Ramp. Oh yeah, Favorite Hoplite. I forgot about that card. Card's sweet. Take the Satyr though. Could take a Unicorn, but could take the Artisan Sorrow as well. This is definitely main deckable removal. I think I'm still going to go Unicorn. I want all this ramp. Well, Enthusa's pretty sweet. Probably good enough to take it right over top of an Ordeal. Wish we had more things to target it with, but with all this ramp, it's actually pretty sweet. Because we can just ramp with our creatures and then turn our lands into beaters. Plus it's a 5-mana 4/5, which is fine. Could take another Scholar. With all the ramp, Scholar does get pretty good if you can splash it. Which we can do with 2 Unicorns and a Traveler's Amulet. Otherwise, Fade into Antiquity is a main deckable card. Definitely. Fleet Feather Sandals is probably okay too. I just don't know if we're going to have space for it. Alright, I'm actually going to take the Colossus. If we get enough ramp, I'll consider it. Getting to 10 mana is not impossible with Karametra's Acolyte. I guess we let this all flow. So what does our deck need? We actually have a pretty good spread of stuff at the moment. I'm going to take another Goliath. We actually have some motivation for devotion now, so it makes sense. We're gonna let it flow. Hunt the Hunter for sideboard. Seems good to me. Alright, we got the Sorrow anyway. I think Sorrow is actually better than Fade because of the Scry too. Alright, another Staunch-Hearted Warrior. I don't know if I want to play them, we'll see. Battlemaster. Could take the Temple, it's free. Ordeal is pretty good too. Ordeals are always good. Battlemaster's pretty sweet. I'd probably just take the Temple. We already have a deck, so Temple is just a free scry effect for us, which I like. Nylea? What? Yeah, this card's sweet. I think we're going to take the God. Alright. Well, that makes things easy. Plus, we have a ton of devotion. Oh man, this is perfect. Things I'm on the fence with in this deck. I don't know, probably Colossus, but it's cool though. But yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, a 2020 indestructible, pretty tough to defend against, but I don't know. Anger the Gods, yeah, this card's good. Probably just take Shredding Winds now. Get another sideboard card. Be happy enough about that. Sideboard's looking good. There we go. Asp is fantastic. Great common. Happily taking it. Oh, Nemesis too? That's fantastic. Now I'm pretty happy I have these unicorns because we're going to need them. Cutthroat Maneuver is good too, especially in a deck full of fatties. Take the Dryad here. Yes. Huge pickup for us here late. So I think we're just off Scholar plan. So Scholar, Loadsome, Amulet. These can all go. Still really strongly considering that Colossus, but it's probably just too cute and unnecessary. Especially since I'm looking for cuts and we have more than enough fatties. And then I think the Ordeal is going to go, actually. Ooh, another Leaf Crown Dryad. Yeah, we're going to take that, and I think we're going to dump one of the Warriors. Probably don't need two of them. This deck is sweet. Another Shredding Wind. Perfect. Well, we've got Goliath for days. We'll take the Sandals. Just don't think we're going to play it, but Flying Over Top is pretty sweet. Our deck is awesome. I love all the goodies we have. Guess I don't care. Okay, so yeah, we have a great looking deck. 4 ramp, 2 satyrs, 2 unicorns, some fat, we got some beef in here. We have removal, we have death touchers, we have downfall, lash of the whip, artisan sorrow, we have a god, Enthusa, yeah, life gain. This deck looks good. Solid rock deck. Alright, let's work out the color situation here. Wow, we are almost mono green. Technically we could be mono green, but I like our black spells, so I'm not going to. Is there anything I would want to splash? I could technically splash Scholar because of the 2 unicorns. but I'm not going to. So instead, I think we just bring in the Temple of Mystery, rather, and then probably run, especially since we have 2 unicorns and 2 Voyaging Satyrs. Well, Voyaging Satyr requires a swamp to be good. These can be played later. Everything we have in black can be played later, so we probably only need like 6. But I may just do 7 because why not? We still have 10 green. Does seem a bit excessive though. I feel like when I do the 9, when I do the 10-7, I tend to see all the 7. So instead I think we're going to do 11-6. Just because we only have 5 in the deck, plus we have the 2 unicorns to help cast the black spells. Alright, this deck is cool. I like this deck a lot. Alright, the Rock ramp. We'll see you round 1.